Hello, company. Hello, everyone at Day Translations. I would like to welcome everyone to 2019, and I am doing a video. I'm just going to do this in one take, so there's probably going to be a bunch of mistakes or whatever. I'm just going to speak naturally and tell you about all of our plans for 2019 and all of our resolutions. So I'm going to start, and I'm just going to talk about everything. So we had a really good year in 2018. Everything went really well. We had the biggest financial year that we've ever had. We grew a lot. We grew a lot in a lot of different departments. We have the most employees we have ever had, which is, I think, 61 employees, and plus a lot of other people who were working with us at all the Regis offices. So we have grown a lot. And we're going to keep growing in 2019. We have a lot of great plans, and we've learned how to compete with companies like Lionbridge, TransPerfect, Mission Essential, We Localize, and all these other translation companies that are in the top 100 of the Common Sense Advisory. There's a lot of companies, but the lower companies are making around $5 or $6 million a year, which we can definitely accomplish by the end of this year. So we can definitely become into the top 100 Common Sense Advisory by the end of this year. I'm hoping to do that, but I'm also hoping to expand our company, not just to do translations, but to do a lot of other things and hopefully become a multi-billion-dollar company. And I want everyone to have that mindset. I want everyone to have that mindset where we can be a multi-billion-dollar company like Google, Infosys, Oracle, Facebook, Saudi Aramco, FedEx. You see, they're not all tech companies. They're not translation companies. They're everything. Every little type of things. We can learn so much about how to grow and how to manage our company from so many other companies. We can learn a management style from Saudi Aramco. We can learn a marketing style from Coca-Cola. We can learn, financial management from Orange in France or AT&T. We can learn about technology from Google or Oracle. We can learn a lot from Amazon. We can learn from all these companies, but I want us to be in the same breath as all these other companies. I want everyone to think of us as the same level as these other companies. And one thing that I really think that we need to do for that is to improve our technology and to improve our branding and a lot of other things I'm going to go over here. I wrote them all down. I'm going to send this to everyone as well. But we want to start off on the right foot, and we want to keep all of our resolutions. Everyone sent me their resolutions for 2019, and I want everyone to please print them out like I did. I have them here, my resolutions here on my wall. Well, it's pinned to the wall, so I can't take it off right now. But I want everyone to, you don't have to, but if you want to accomplish your goals, personal and professional, I think it would be a great idea to just pin them on your wall, kind of like I have right there. So let me see here. Yeah, so I want everyone to grow and improve upon everything that we're doing here. So what I would like, one of the first things that I would like us to talk about is technology. Oh, first of all, I want to say yes. If everyone is growing personally, it's going to grow us as a company because, for example, we have someone working in our company who wants to grow and improve in their position. But by improving in your position and doing better and helping others, you're going to grow the company because if you grow, the company grows. So I just want everyone to understand that. I want everyone to understand that you can't just be apathetic or just letting things go or not caring or thinking that your position doesn't make as much of a difference, because every position in the company makes a huge difference. From when you answer the phone, that's such an important part. Every single client is important. the consistency with which we treat every single client, every single employee, every single translator, interpreter, the consistency is what makes the difference. You can say, okay, I might get lucky one day and I might be really nice, and then the New York Times will be calling to do a piece on us and to talk about that they'll need $1 million translation. Yeah, you could possibly get lucky with that, but if you're consistent with everyone, it's going to be like that every single time, and your chances of being successful are so much bigger. And there's really no point with being nice to just one client and not everybody. Everyone should be treated equally, from someone who just wants a small tattoo translated to someone who needs a huge legal patent translated, or a gigantic conference is going to give us $100,000 in 2 weeks. Everyone is important. So with technology, we have to learn as much as possible about technology. And I want everyone here to understand and learn as much about technology. Even if you're not involved in development, I want everyone to be learning about technology. I want everyone to look online and find a webinar or a seminar or a conference that you can attend to this year. I want everyone to attend a conference this year so that you can learn something about technology. I want someone to learn something about technology. So that is really important. So, and with the developers, that would even go on a higher level. I want the developers, I went to San Francisco a few times. There's a lot of technology in cities like San Francisco, Hong Kong, Singapore, Tel Aviv, Israel, and in the Nordic countries. A lot of people. In Poland, there's a lot of people who know a lot about technology. You can go to one of these conferences, you can watch them online, you can learn as much as you can, but learn about technology. That is important. There's some things we can learn, like how to dispatch our interpreters faster, how to improve our interpreting platform, how to perfect our TMS, our translation management system that we're making. All these things are extremely important and to improving our company. And if you're doing something that's not part of the development team, maybe you know about some technology that we don't know about. I learned all these crazy words like, I knew about JavaScript. I knew about some things like Angular, Laravel, Code Igniter. But then I learned all these. There's so many little terms like grunt and gulp. I learned a new one called Uglify the other day, and so there's so many technologies that can improve. And I want all the developers to teach me as well, because I want to stay as knowledgeable as possible about technology. And also, I want everyone to start making more managerial decisions. For example, we had one interpreting equipment, one box, and it was going well, but we had to have two, because if we have one client and then another client comes in, we need to be able to handle two clients simultaneously. And now we're making more money, and our interpreting has increased. So someone should have come up to me and said, well, I think we should get 3 or 4 or 5. So I want us to get at least 4 boxes of interpreting XMAX equipment, but we can even expand from there. We can get more in Asia, Europe, the Middle East, South America. We can have 2 in every continent. This way they can be easily and quickly dispatched. And there's all these, this is just one idea. There's so many little things that we could do. We can spend money and make money. We can spend money and earn more. And the expense, it's only like $1,000 for this equipment, and we make that in we can make like $5,000 or $10,000 in one day from doing a conference interpretation. So we really need to invest more in interpreting equipment and a lot of other things. I want us to learn about a lot of things, not just translation, but translation is going to be the crux of what we do. It'll be our focus, but we can branch off from there and always bring it back to translation. We can have cybersecurity, We can do server management, data management. We can invent things that we think are going to be in demand in the future. I was thinking of stuff yesterday, but it escapes me right now. But there's a lot of different things that we can do. There's a lot of different things that we can try to predict in the future, and we can do this through day translations, or we can do this through day digital or day interpreting. But we really need to capitalize off of technology. And I want everyone to list. Is this freezing up? I don't know. Hope not. But anyway, I want everyone to list for me the top 10 possible conferences that you think that I can go to and that we can all go to. As you know, I'm very passionate about this company. I love this company, and I just want to keep stepping up a level. I want to keep growing and learning every day. I mean, I'm at the point where I just want to absorb information. I want to absorb and learn as much as I can in order to make this company grow, to have everyone grow within the company, and everyone feel like they're part of something big. I know everyone works for money and pay, but I think a lot of people here work also to be part of something big, and that's what we're doing. We're trying to create something big. I mean, we're creating a company that is not just making money, but we're trying to make our employees happy. We're trying to make our clients happy, and we're trying to be like, it sounds corny, but like a beacon of light in a sea of bad customer service, in a sea of apathetic people. We care. In a sea of people who are not paying attention to the details, we pay attention to the details. I have been working a lot on a lot of things throughout Tampa and everything, and I encounter a lot of people who don't care a lot about their vocation, about their trade, but I care, and I want everyone to feel that way. I really want people to have a sense of belonging, or sentido de pertenencia a la compañía. I just want people to really feel like everything you do is going to make a difference in this company and make a difference in this world. And I think it can. Okay? I'm only on the first point, and I've already done 12 minutes. I really wanted to keep it under 30 minutes. I hope I can. Okay. And for me personally, I have a lot of personal things. Maybe I can mention a few of them. I try to not talk too much personal stuff, but I'm going to talk about a few things. I listened to some people's feedback, and I saw some feedback on Glassdoor, and I want to be very consistent. I want to be very stable, and I want to be very organized with my ideas. Because I'll come in and I have some good ideas. Sometimes I can be creative, so I just blurt out a lot of ideas, and I give people a lot of tasks to do, and they're already working on other tasks. But it's a good thing because it keeps us all busy. But I understand that people feel like I'm telling them a lot of stuff to do when there's so much backlog of stuff for them to do as well. So I want everyone to understand that I have a lot of ideas, and I understand when I'm giving you too much to do or too many ideas. So just get the things done in the priority that they're given, but don't forget about the things that I said. But I'm not going to be upset if you haven't been able to get them all done, because I understand there's only 24 hours in a day and we only work 8 hours a day. So and I want everyone to know I only expect you to work 8 hours a day. So okay, and like I wrote here, this company for me is the most wonderful thing that I've ever done with my life. I love the company. I just feel so proud of it. I feel so proud of everybody I work with, and I want everyone to understand that I'm really proud of it, and I care a lot about it. And maybe you don't care about it at the same level as I do, but if you do, that's great. If you care about the company a lot, that's great. But I care about it a lot, and I hope that everyone has a certain level of care as well. And there's some things I'm going to try to show some more in my personal life, in my business life. I'm going to try to show more sympathy. I'm not going to try to let things affect me so much emotionally. I'm going to try to just handle a lot of stuff. I'm not going to try to take on a bunch of baggage or anything, but I'm going to try to handle a lot of stuff without getting overly emotional. I'm going to try to improve my charisma. That's why I'm doing this video, and I'm trying to improve my charisma, my exposure. Try to be more of a face to the company, as well as doing interviews and stuff like that. But I also want to stay, focused and humble, and caring about everyone. I want to show empathy towards people, and I really care a lot about education, people who speak well, people who are eloquent, and I like to. I don't read a lot, but I like to read. I like vocabulary. I like words. I want to improve the way I speak. I want to improve my vocabulary, and I want to improve my ability to make a point when I'm speaking publicly. I want to sound organized and like I know what I'm talking about, especially when it comes to languages and translation. Hopefully that will lead to me being able to do more interviews on TV. Okay, hopefully we'll get into the New York Times. A resolution is definitely here's a resolution to get into the New York Times. I just want to be focused on that one thing. Get into the New York Times. Get it featured by the New York Times. That is what I want to do by the middle of this year. So we definitely have to do that. I would like everyone to help me get an interview with the New York Times, and I think we can. We just have to show that we're experts in the field of language and translation. And I have to continue to improve my knowledge. I want to be a better public speaker and communicator, publicly and privately. I want to be able to get my ideas across succinctly and clearly. I want people to know what I'm saying, and I don't want to have to use a bunch of words to make a point, even though I've already taken 17 minutes. But there's no way I'm going to make 30 minutes. So I want to be professional in every way, in the way I dress and speak. And maybe there's not a lot of professional people. I live in Florida, where a lot of people wear sandals. So it's kind of like I'm not, but I can't let that affect me. I want to stay professional at all times. I want to be a professional person, and I want to give that image to people, and also be that way. I don't want to be uptight or anything, but I just want to be professional. And everyone, and I think that's good, because I can lead by example for everyone else. It's just small things, like if someone says yeah or or just if you're you can do that if you're at home, but if you're like if you're at work and you're talking to a client, you're like or yeah, instead of saying yes or yes sir or good afternoon. I know a lot of the things that I do are very old fashioned, when I like to use the last name of people, and they're like, why do you keep using my last name? But I like to start off that way. I like professionalism. So there's that. I want us to improve our marketing. We have to improve our marketing. And the more, Google works a lot, but I want us to improve our marketing in a lot of other ways. I want us to do those banner ads on all the soccer fields, and just get that going, get the ball rolling on that for the marketing team. Please get the ball rolling on that. And I would like to have our banner in 100 futsal or cancha sintética or five-a-side small soccer fields, or even the big soccer fields. I would like to have our banner on 100 of those by June 1st and 200 by December 1st. I can do podcasts, or we can do podcasts, or we can do like video blogs like this. I really hope the microphone is recording. Okay. And branding. Branding is really important, and we haven't given that enough focus, enough attention. We need to focus on our brand. Of course, we have the things that we want that are the more obvious things about our brand, such as the logo. It has to be a consistent logo. People have to be able to recognize the sun, recognize our font, and recognize our colors. that needs to be recognizable. I mean, there's some even huge companies that make a lot of money, but they don't have a recognizable brand because they haven't focused on the branding. Branding makes you last in people's mind and through generations. People like to brand to, they market to adults, and, that's a good thing. But you also have to market to the younger people so they grow up trusting your brand. So we have to do that. We might not be able to have a client who's an 18-year-old right now, but that person could be a client when they're 25. Or that person might need us when they're 22. Or that person's parents might need us. And a lot of toy companies do that. They market to the parents. No, they market to the kids, sorry. Toy companies market to the kids, even though the kids can't pay for the stuff because the kids tell their parents for it. So we have to be thinking of all these things. I hope that I'm making sense. And it's not just about that, but I don't even know if this is a thing, but it's a thing for me. Verbal branding, written branding, sounds, feelings, level of warmth that you feel when you hear the name Day Translations. All these things are branding for me. So just to be clear, when I'm talking about verbal branding, our verbal branding should be professional, warm, kind, courteous, not cold, not like robotic, but just professional. Like you say, good afternoon, Day Translations, how may I help you? Or good evening. I'll tell you, like, sometimes when I'm walking around here in Tampa, the other day I was walking around and this lady stopped her car when I was walking and she said 322, and I was like, what's that number? What do you mean? And she's like 322, and I'm like, and I put two and two together, and I was near a hotel, and she was like trying to ask me where room 322 is. But a lot of you are from different countries, and you understand, like, most of the time people will say, good afternoon. Excuse me for a moment. I would like to ask you a question. Do you know where room 322 is? But people have become so, they lost their education. They lost their morals. They lost their manners. They lost their manners. I mean, it takes a few extra seconds to be a little bit more professional and be consistent and do it every time, and it makes a big difference. People kind of look at me weird because I'm always saying good afternoon, but I just don't want to lose that. I don't think we should ever lose that, and especially in a company. I mean, just show that you care, and it makes a huge difference. So yeah, that's some stuff about branding. And we want our name to be trust. I made a comparison between like FedEx and Bill's mailing service. Please read about that. I don't want to take too long here. I hope you all watch this because it's kind of long. I really hope you watch this. For the next point is UX and UI. Imran, Eza, Ashadul, and Binu, Diego, Maria Di Lorenzo, Ciara, everyone who is working on these things need to focus on UX and UI. We need to look at these companies. The number one for me is Airbnb. They're the most detailed in UX and UI, and that's where everything makes a difference. Is when you pay attention to the details. If you have a shopping cart and then you have a little drop down box, or you have suggested purchases underneath there that might go with the purchase that you're that you're buying, you're gonna sell more, and you're gonna make the company seem more professional. So we have to think about UX, UI, and sales, and they have to go together. UX, UI, sales, technology, marketing, they all go together. And so that is really important. We need to follow the UX, UI. And Wayfair, Amazon, those are a couple other companies that have really good UX, UI. And Amazon, like, they're just trusted. Everyone trusts them. I mean, they come up with these new services all the time. They have home services now where people can come and install things for you. I mean, they have all these things that they do, and people just trust them because they know that Amazon has a good management system. And we have to do that. We have to manage things really well. So by January 15th, please, the UX people, please send me a list of the top 5 UX conferences that I can attend. For human resource management, that is important because we need to manage our company in a ethical and the highest ethical and legal standards there is. We need to make sure that we're treating every employee equally and in a professional way, and make everyone feel important. And so that's we have to manage things really well. For sales, we have to improve our sales department. I think sales is something that has helped companies like Lionbridge and TransPerfect grow to be multi-million-dollar companies, and they're making $500 million, $600 million, sometimes $700 million in a year because of the sales they have. So we have to improve our sales. That's extremely important. That is something we have to do. And I wrote something about giving a rating for every department. We have to do that. Link building, the link building people, we have to continue to build links to our company. It's a proven, tried and true method of increasing our Google ranking. And as a resolution, I didn't write it down here, but I just thought of it. I would like our Alexa ranking to be 50,000 in the United States by February 1st. And from then, we'll try to get closer to 20,000 because that's what I want us to be, below or above, high, closer to 20,000 by the end of the year or sooner. And we can definitely do that because Gang goes up there, and these other companies are up there. And I made a good video about sales here. The marketing team, I thought of this analogy. When you have salmon who are swimming upstream and they jump out of the water, the bears catch it and eat them. So that's what I would like. The clients are like the salmon, and the marketing team is making all the fish jump out of the river. And the sales team are like the bears who grab the salmon and eat them. So basically, the marketing team has to direct the clients to us, and the sales team has to close them. So that's what we got to do. So we really have to improve our sales. It's like our industry is such a growing industry with so much potential. We really have to capitalize off of this. We have to improve our management style. We're doing great. Melissa is doing wonderful in managing so many things. We can learn a lot from her. We can learn a lot from a lot of people with their great experience. And so I'm going to do better to improve my management style. Melissa and all the managers are going to improve their management style so that we can be more organized and we can do things better. I'm going to be more involved in the company. I already am, but I'm going to be more involved. One of my resolutions is I want to put everybody's phone number in my phone so that I can text or WhatsApp people, or they can text or WhatsApp me. But just remember, you do not have to text when you're off work. You do not have to WhatsApp when you're off work. And one resolution I have with project management is that I want to be able to handle 300 projects a day. Right now, we're getting close to 100. And I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty surprised that we got to 100 projects a day. In order to get to 300 projects a day, we have to be able to we have to use a lot of technology in order to do that. We have to remove the human error and the human element of the repetitive things that are involved. And hopefully the TMS, the Translation Management System, will solve a lot of these problems. I want to complete the TMS by August. The resolution, I want to complete the TMS by August 1st, 2019. Totally complete. Okay. Another resolution, I want to improve our already outstanding customer service. Another resolution, I want to increase all of our services. Like I said, cybersecurity, server management. translation, quality assurance, and much more. For financial things, I want to become more responsible and good with the budget and balancing stuff like that. So, and I want us to become a multi-billion-dollar company. And I'm pretty close to 30 minutes. So I just want to be very clear that I see ourselves as a blue chip company. I see ourselves on the same level as all those companies I mentioned: Amazon, Google, Facebook, Airbnb, Saudi Aramco, Orange, Tata Group in India, Samsung, Foxconn, Honda, all of these big companies. I see ourselves as the same level as them. And there's other companies like Accenture, Wipro, Infosys, Oracle, technology companies. I want to encompass all of these things and grow our company to the highest possible level. I want everyone to be on board with me. The nucleus that we have is so strong. Everyone here is so good that I think we can really, really grow our company. And as we grow, everyone has to keep in mind that you have to teach everybody else what you know, what I've imparted on you, and everything like that. And that's another thing I want to mention. I'm really, really confident in my abilities and the way that I have managed and the things that I do. And I really want to work with everyone on getting a lot of these things done. I have some great ideas, and everyone else has really wonderful ideas too. And I want to just come together with all these good ideas that everyone has and implement them for the growth of our company. So hopefully I'll do more videos. This is really long. I think maybe I should keep them to 5 minutes. That would be good. But this is a New Year's one, and we're going to have a great year, and we're going to work really hard. And so this one's a little bit longer because it's New Year's Day. It is, it's right now, it is January 1st. And hopefully everyone will watch this video to the end. And I just want to let everybody know I appreciate you all very much. Everyone is really important, and everyone keep the ball rolling, keep everything growing, keep doing your job, keep staying consistent and doing a great job. I'm really, really, really happy with this company. I'm really happy with the way everyone's doing their work, and I'm really proud of the work we've done. I'm proud of everybody at this company. I'm proud of all the hard work you've done. So thank you very much.